The assumption that the best protein comes from corpses is a racist belief. How do you know the animal would have picked you to feed off their corpse? 21st century animal eating requires our complicity in a new colonialism. These events especially affect girls and young women. Your hamburger comes with a dose of misogyny. Popular culture is flooded with references to sexy cows, sexy pigs, sexy chickens, sexy fishes, who all just want to have fun. Meat eating is also one of the ways gender-based structures of oppression are perpetuated. Masculinity, a construct of the gender binary facing constant destabilization, feels always under threat, and eating animals is its protection racket. White supremacists weaponized it, eating meat, eggs, and dairy, and the baiting of liberal men as so-called soy boys are all part of the neo-Nazi messaging. To say you care about animals is considered a sign of weakness in a world still committed to the gender binary. Meat eaters, like anti-abortionists, have forgotten that one quality of non-existence is not having awareness about existence. When all else fails, meat eaters assert that animals are not our equals. I heard all your laughter. I know some of these must be new ideas, or you think they're fringe or whatever. Our whiteness is part of the problem of meat eating.
So that really was Oxford then?
That was Oxford University. That's the Oxford Union.
And she's not trolling. This is one of those debate stages.
No, this is real. I saw that Michaela Peterson's sitting there, so I think she was on the opposite side.
Oh, so this is probably the debate between her and Michaela.
They were debating meat eating, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to break down here, Zuby. There's a lot to talk about. And that's the absurdity of what we've gotten into is like, okay, let's start from the beginning of that, you know, this idea that the corpse might not have chosen you. There's like this misogyny that maybe I'm getting this wrong, but like men eat more meat than women or something. And it's like a misogynist thing. And somehow like, because if you don't eat meat, then you're a soy boy, which is the construct of like eating meat is overtly masculine, which is actually a true, very objectively true statement. Preparing meat can also be masculine as well, like in certain ways. Like in my house, my wife never cooks the red meat. I always cook the red meat and she cooks the non-red meat. That's just an agreement we make. And so it's like, it's an understanding. I mean, some women do cook good steaks, but I still think men can always cook better than women in the end, especially with grilling. Long story short, I also think we enjoy it. I don't think women enjoy the grilling, the simple nature. I
think around the world, more women cook meat than men do.
Correct. But the red meat, I'm talking about on the grill, like when we're just hanging out, they cook out of necessity, but in the Western countries, we love just grilling. I'm talking about grilling. And they do.
But this is a Western bias here, and I'm sure she'd have an issue with that.
But she's a Westerner.
I know.
This is the United Kingdom.
I know. She's American, right?
She sounds very American.
Yeah. White liberal American women are weird, man.
I know.
Like that combination.
Michaela's Canadian, I think, right?
Yeah, that 4-point combination, I've noticed some trends there. And I don't want to stereotype.
Why are they weird? Tell me.
I don't know why. I'm just saying they are. That combination produces some very bizarre people.
And you know what? No, you're completely
It's true.
right. It's just like, it's so strange though to me too. Like, that's why I mean, like how it's racism. Like, and you're right. And that's what I was gonna say. Women do prepare meat very well. And sometimes they handle meat very well, both with their hands and on the grill. And that's very good. But I will say on top of that is that like this idea though of them saying that meat is racist, part of the attack on this is that men, it's a great holistic protein source in order to get strong. Someone's getting swollen here and Jacksonated. And then there's the newest member of the Jacksonated community, Savannah Hernandez.
Oh yeah.
Getting so swole. She's getting so swole.
Straight up drinking raw eggs. Okay,
wow.
Steaks every day. Love
you should cook the eggs because you absorb the protein better from cooked eggs than raw. Yeah.
I've heard that, but everyone's really into drinking raw eggs. I wanted to try it just to like.
Rocky has a lot to answer for.
Oh my goodness.
That's where that started.
It's like the raw meat. It's like I understand like not like overcooking your vegetables to break down the vitamins and like the minerals and stuff like that. I understand like there's an idea of not overcooking food so that you actually destroy like structure, but.
Yeah, don't do raw eggs,
the raw thing and raw meat is a very much a grift thing, I think.
Can I build on to Zuby's point though about like why white women are weird?
Nope.
Can I build on to that?
No, moving on. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So what I think it is with women specifically is that we're very emotional creatures, and our entire society has weaponized racism very well against white women. So they feel very bad about their skin tone, about eating meat, about all of these fake constructs that society pushes in on them, which is why they're the ones who are the biggest apologists for this. That's why they're the ones that are like, we're going to give you yoga classes at a discount because you're brown, and we feel bad because we've, gotten to profit off of our white privilege. So just to build on your point there, I think that the reason why they're like that is because women have, the propaganda has been weaponized so brilliantly against them.
Especially in the USA, though. Especially in the USA. And it only affects the liberal side, not the, white American conservative women are awesome.
Right, well, that's true. That is true. Also, we love our white women, don't we? We love them. We do love them.
Yeah, I can't talk too much on that.
Yeah, no one loves white women more than Zuby. It's true.
It's okay, Zuby. That's how I am with white men. So.
It's true.
What can we say?
There's a truth to it all. And in saying that, though, I want to say this, with the insanity and what's going on, this idea of putting everyone to class, right? Meat eaters can't just enjoy meat. Yeah. They're misogynistic. They're racist. It's always got to be this system of breaking people apart into an in group and an out group. And the weird thing is, though, is that life didn't always used to be like this. In fact, there was a time when the binary of gender, I even hate using these words, when 4 years ago when the show started, those were words we were introducing to people. And Savannah, I would even say as early as 2019, some of this stuff like neurogenders and demi-queers and things were things we were introducing to our audience, and they were shocked this was real. And now these have become literally a part of the academia, a part of the institutionalized part of our countries. And I don't know if that shocked you how quickly we've deteriorated down into this.
The thing is, they've always been there. But do you know my take on this? We need to just laugh at people like this, right?
I've been laughing.
But for real, I think
I
think a big problem in the West is that there's this idea that every individual and every idea needs to be treated with the same degree of seriousness, and everything needs to be really thought through, and like some stuff is just dumb. It's stupid. All this claptrap she just said, stupid. Laugh at it, mock it. Even getting into some deep intellectual debate and trying to unpack her idea. It's no, you just said a whole bunch of tripe. You just said a bunch of nonsense.
The crowd did laugh.
I know they laughed, and they should, because it's ridiculous. The notion that a man can just throw on a dress and become a woman is laughable, right? The fact that we're even entertaining this idea so much. Go around Africa and promote some of these ideas. Go, just go around to anyone, villagers, people in the city. What that would be go away. What's wrong with you? You're an idiot. They won't even entertain the idea because it's so absurd. I'd love her to take that idea and go around to the Middle East and Africa and parts of South America and promote that. Here, people will listen and they'll still clap and they'll be some interesting idea. I'm no, that was just a bunch of claptrap. That was a bunch of nonsense. There was nothing there that is worth delving deep into, or that is really useful, or whatever. And she should have the right to speak and to explain all of her nonsense. But we also, I think by treating it seriously, we're giving some of these ideas too much credibility. This is how we've ended up in this madness, especially with some of the gender ideology stuff, where people are literally 10 years ago, sex and gender meant the same thing and nobody debated it. Synonyms, sex, gender, cool, same thing, right? Sex can have some more meanings. It can also refer to intercourse, etc. But now people are okay, maybe sex and gender are different things. So once somebody accepts that, then that's how the ideology can take root. If you accept that sex and gender are totally different, separate concepts, you're on your road to indoctrination now, because now once you accept that parsing out, then someone can say, oh, okay, well, now a man is different, and that man is now separate from male. Female is separate from woman. And this is the trick they do, right? So they say, oh, no, you're referring to female. You're talking about sex. I'm talking about a woman. That's a different concept. That's a social construct. And then they can do their language manipulation and their magic to get people to believe whatever the heck they want. And suddenly you've got men, inverted commas, menstruating and getting pregnant and being able to compete in female sports because it's women's sports. And once you accept some of the premises, then they've got you.
A great philosopher once said that you can be 2 out of 3 things: liberal, smart, or honest, but you can't be all 3. That's slightly offensive. we're smart and honest. And if you like this clip, head over to Slightly Offensive YouTube channel by clicking right here, where you can find new episodes of our show weekly. We're bringing you the topics, news stories, and angles that will have you saying, why the hell wasn't I subscribed sooner? Also, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel too.